All right, what's up, everybody? We are here. It's Thursday night. You are listening to Cabin Radio, or you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. Either way, thank you so much for joining us. We have a very special guest today. Introduce yourself, please, you old bitch.
It's the old bitch, old Gwenny. Teryn here.
Awesome. Yes, the queen is back here. She is back. The Teryn and Dez show is back in full swing here, especially here. It's a special broadcast here for Cabin Radio. So you're listening to the Dez show here. It's Thursday night. I hope the kids are sleeping. I hope the dishes are done. It's 10 o'clock. You're starting your weekend early with us, and we thank you for it. So, Teryn, how you been?
Good. I'm quitting the liquor. It's on the coffee and the water. Just trying to get my life together. Back to real life before, the quarantine ends. Damn quarantine.
I tell you, man, everybody's they're so used to a different pace of life right now. It's going to be such a weird change when they actually have to get back into gear,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to ease into it, just because I know everything's going to start opening up in the next few weeks. So
right. Yeah, exactly. Well,
I better get out of bed before 4 p.m. today.
So for those of you who don't know, Gwenny here, Teryn is in Grand Prairie. So she's in Alberta. We're in the Northwest Territories. So our rules and regulations are just a little bit different. Are you guys seeing restaurants open and stuff there, or do you guys they're all closed down?
The Alberta government is looking within the next few weeks to slowly ease into opening, but as of right now, everything's still pretty much shut down. Some smaller businesses have opened on their own accord, which is wild, but
yeah, that's rough. I mean, well, I get it though. And in one hand, they have to make money. A lot of these places don't have the capital or the money to last that long without business. But at the other side of it, it's like, we still have a real responsibility to these people to flatten this curve, right? So it's tough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So on the show here today, we want to talk about a couple things here. We have AEW's coming up. We're talking about the Chris Jericho cruise. We're talking about Kick-Axe, and we're talking about Fozzy. So we've got all that coming up here on the program. So be sure to keep it tuned in here to Cabin Radio. I'm your host, Dez Loreen. We've got Teryn Lee with us from Instagram fame. It's going to be fucking wild. We're going nuts. Check it out. We're here all night. All right, cool. So there's the first clip. I want to break this into clips here.
This is
all right.
The weirdest show ever yet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, what's up? We're back here on Cabin Radio. You're listening to the Dez Show. We are here, Dez Loreen, here with Teryn Lee. We are here. We're talking Chris Jericho cruise. We're talking AEW. We're talking a whole lot of shit, and that's just what we do every Thursday night. So, Teryn, right now I want to talk to you about AEW. What are you thinking about All Elite Wrestling these days? Are you watching?
Oh, love it.
Wicked. Are you
watched the old WWE in quite some time, actually.
Tell me about it.
I can't do it anymore. I tuned out for 6 months, turned it back on. It was the same thing. And I was like, okay, well, I haven't missed anything.
And that's exactly it. It's kind of like WWE is like dating in a small town. You don't lose your place. You just lose your turn. So it's kind of like, oh, who's there now, right? Or who's the champion now kind of thing. So,
well, I mean, who is the champ, right? Oh, it's Drew McIntyre. I knew that. I did know
that. Drew and Braun. Braun has the championship on the other side there. I'm hoping the Fiend takes it back. I really do. I'm a big Fiend fan, as everybody knows. But yeah, so AEW, man, I'm watching it. The Bubbly Bunch. The Bubbly Bunch is something that's really, it's entertaining TV, man. Honestly, watching the Inner Circle go at it every week is just great.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I mean, we're pretty big Jericho marks, so
yeah, right. I mean, maybe
he's doing it. Here he is, entertainment right there.
Maybe it's a little bit biased for sure. Speaking of, man, okay, so the Manitoba Melee. Oh, man, I hope we see that soon here, man. Holy smokes. A lot of people put a lot of good work into that one.
I know. I just want my opening debut again. That was so dope. And I was like, oh, man, you're just opening with me? That's wild.
That's it, man. Brought to you by the DEC, baby. And I just shotgun.
a sick little plug in there. Just
right? Ourselves. Just slide it in there, try to get ourselves over. Well, why not? The Drunk Eyed Canadians. Find us on the internet. Find us on Instagram and buy the merch. More merch is coming out soon.
Too.
Oh, yeah, Twitter as well. That's right. Drunk Eyed Canadians. So check it out all over the place.
Hell yeah.
So let's talk about AEW here. What are you thinking about as far as, do you think it's too early to put on live wrestling again, or is it time, or is it overdue? What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, Florida, did they really ever even shut down? Did they?
Right. I mean, really, it's
like it was still lit the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. The whole thing. I can only imagine how tough it'd be to take control of people in a big area like that. It'd be brutal, man.
Oh, well, look at when we go to South Beach. Look how wild we get. Like, imagine the people that are there all the time. Like, it's just a continuous shit show.
Well, that's what it's like in Miami. And if you've never been, go. And if you're going to go to Miami, why not go in February 1 to 5, 2021. Chris Jericho Cruise is coming back to Grand Bahama Island from Miami, Florida, and it's going to be wild. Teryn and I have been on the ship twice. Of course, if you know anything about us or you listen to the show, then you already know this.
3 for 3. That's what we're going for this year. 3 for 3.
Awesome. Oh, geez. So we're just funny because we're doing TAW stuff. We got our owner. The owner made a promo video today. I've got one coming in. Blue is making more now. This whole thing is just like, hey, we have to. It's just getting funny. It's just getting funny how there's like, without order, there's chaos, right? So now we've just got these promo videos coming in, people cutting on each other. Fucking to have Jericho, though, to have Chris just send one in out of the blue, that was hilarious, man. Out of the blue, on blue.
Did
that
you
was
cry?
funny.
Did you cry just a little bit?
Honestly, I did. It was one of those things where it's like, you're just sitting there. I remember I uploaded the videos to the TAW Instagram, and then it's just like, you got a message. And I'm like, oh, what's this? And then you press play. And I remember yelling. I remember I had to watch it twice because I was yelling the first time. So then I called Blue. I totally did. I called Blue, and I had him on the phone. I'm like, hey, man, push play on that video I just sent you. And he's pushing play, and he's yelling too over the phone. Fuck, I wish I recorded that, man. It was pretty funny. So that's all on the Totally Arctic Wrestling Instagram. So please check that out. Give us a follow there. We've got, speaking of Fozzy, speaking of Chris Jericho, we have Fozzy coming up on the program, of course. We have a couple of Fozzy hits here, as well as some more music that you can hear on the Chris Jericho Cruise. So please keep it tuned in here to Cabin Radio, and we'll be right back. Boom.
We're double whammying it here, just doing 2 for 1.
Yeah, exactly. It's just totally a 2 for hour here in the Teryn and Dez show. So we're kicking this off again here. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to the program. We're here on Cabin Radio, or you're watching us on YouTube, and this just looks totally ridiculous, and you're like, is this guy really cutting 2 shows at once? Yes, he is. So again, thank you for listening to the program here. We are joined again with Teryn Lee. Teryn, how are you this lovely afternoon?
Oh, it's good. Nice and raining out.
It's raining.
Green. Like the snow is all gone. Grass is green. Like it's time to bust a lawnmower out here pretty quick.
See, this is why people from the NWT don't like people from Alberta, is because you talk about stuff like this. While it's like -10 up here, all the snow is still here. Yellowknife is still frozen. All across the territory is still frozen. Here we are. What's the date? It's May 7th. And it snowed like 2 or 3 inches yesterday. So we're going like back in time here. But no, it's all good. No, Grand Prairie has got grass, everybody. It's warm as fuck. So we're just having a good time.
It's raining today. However, May long has not hit yet. And that is always the snowiest sumbitch of them all. It always
tell you, it's just
like we know not to plant our flowers in the flower beds. Yes, everyone, I have flower beds and I use them. But yeah, you can't plant your flowers or your garden until after May long because it's guaranteed to freeze every year.
Well, I'm not surprised to find out you have planter boxes. I mean, you got to put those butts out somewhere, right?
I don't smoke outside, bro. I smoke inside.
Holy shit! Hey, I'm an '80s smoker. Okay, she's just fucking. Right. I'm old school.
Smoking darts and breaking hearts, man. You know it. You know the drill.
They call me the old soul. She says on the boat.
What?
Teryn, I'm an old soul, she says. Before her time.
Just call me Dr. Hook,
Yeah, exactly.
Smoke. Anyone got a smoke I can bum? Just I'm a mess.
That's awesome. Awesome. So earlier this week, I actually I talked to Daniel Sean of Kickaxe. That was awesome. So we're going to be playing some Kickaxe here on the program as well, and playing that interview here coming up. When did you find out? When did you discover Kickaxe? When did you get into them?
Oh, years ago. You were saying. So I've always listened to old rock. So I heard about them a long time ago. I've always just casually listened to them, rocked out, stuff like that. Like I've always just liked them.
They've been in the playlist. That's rad because I'm going back now as somebody who's just discovered them. Like once they were announced for the Jericho Cruise, I was like, okay, time to do some homework. And I found the YouTube videos and watching the clips and just talking to people on the boat. It's like, oh man, I remember these guys, like these guys back in the day. I was watching one of their videos for On the Road to Rock, and it was just like, holy shit, these guys were living it up. They were legit. Like, they were legit. Like, I was even reading.
For real. Did you listen to the Talk is Jericho pod with them?
I didn't yet. No, I haven't listened to it.
We'll check it out. It's good.
Nice. No, definitely check that out. That definitely will, because I'm talking with the other band members as well. So it'll be good to catch up on that for sure. But it's funny how they were saying, like, even like Steel Panther just ripped their whole fucking look off of them, their whole spiel, just like, you know what, that works for them. Let's take it and use it, right? So I've been reading a lot about that too. So I don't know.
You were in a Kenny Omega shirt?
Yeah.
Nice.
Kenny fucking Omega. Yeah, it's one of Chris Rossi's ones. I've got Chris fucking Jericho, Destro fucking show, and like 4 different Chris Jericho ones, I think.
Oh man, I gotta get me one of them.
Yes, absolutely. We'll definitely be hooking you up with these here. So you can check them out at fknfuckingapparel.com. So everybody out there listening, fuckingapparel.com. Get your own awesome t-shirts because they're awesome. Coming up in the program, we do have some Metallica coming up. We have AC/DC. We're going a little bit classic. And then after that, we've got some Dead by Sunrise. I am just such a big fan of Dead by Sunrise. Chester Bennington, just fucking talented singer. Obviously left us way too soon from Linkin Park. And I just love the music they did with Dead by Sunrise. So we're listening to that later on too. And Andrew Evans. Hey, we got more cruise music coming up here on Cabin Radio. Yes. So please keep it. Oh yeah. So Andrew also did our theme song that started the show off too, right? So he actually does that 20 awesome. Seconds. I know, it was rad as hell, man. That was the best money I ever spent. He was already going into studio. And I'm like, hey, could you do a theme song for me? And he's like, yeah, let's work out the rate. And then there we go. But anyways, here we are, Cabin Radio. Keep it tuned in because we will be right back. And we're back. Hey, what's up? We are back here on Cabin Radio. I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for tuning into the program this week here. I'm joined by Teryn Lee. Teryn, will you send us off here for the week? We want to start the weekend off early. People are out there partying all across the NWT and across the world. What's your message for them here?
Keep fit and have fun. Let's take it old school to the body break.
That's it. Hal Johnston, Joanne McLeod. Has there been a better pairing? The Teryn and Dez show. It's happening right now. We're here. We're like the anti-Hal and Joanne. We're like, yo, chug, drink as much pop as you can in your day. And that's the way you stay fit.
Keep fit and have fun, man.
That's exactly it. All right. So from everybody here in Nunavik, from Teryn and Grand Prairie, thank you so much for tuning into the program today. And please keep us a part of your weekly schedule. Start your weekend off early with us every single Thursday. And check us out every week, too. The Teryn and Dez show is going to go on forever. Forever.
Pow.